good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to So You Want to Podcast. I'm your host, Danny Osmond. If you love podcasts, if you're passionate about your business, if you want to create and grow a podcast that will connect with your ideal customers, and you want access to education, to resources, and to other amazing business leaders and podcasters who can help you do it better every single day, then this is the podcast for you. 2018 is almost over. And most likely, it has you thinking very intentionally about what you want to build for your business in 2019. And if those thoughts are leading you to think about a podcast that could help your business make more money and connect deeply with potential clients, then I would encourage you to apply for my Podcast Supercharger course or my Podcaster Mastermind. You know me. You know I practice and preach creating a podcast that is authentic and builds deep bonds with listeners, and ultimately one that is profitable, productive, and enjoyable for you because it was crafted correctly from the beginning, launched to an audience you've already identified and built, and monetized in a way that supports your endeavors. And in the years that I've worked privately with incredible business owners, entrepreneurs, and podcasters just like you, I've had the privilege of seeing just how powerful it is to put the right clarity, focus, and intentional actions into our businesses. And most importantly, how doing so brings results well beyond our own expectations. This is why I'm opening up a new session of my 6-week live Podcast Supercharger course to 6 people who want to start a podcast. And I'm starting a mastermind group for existing podcasters who want to grow and have a trusted group of fellow experienced podcasters to lean on. And if you're done feeling the pain of a struggling podcast or feeling confused about what you should be focusing on when starting out, then go apply today. To find out more about the Podcast Supercharger course and apply, go to dannyosmond.com/podcastsupercharger. To find out more about the Podcaster Mastermind and apply, go to dannyosmond.com/podcastermastermind. Applications are being reviewed as they come in, and spots will fill on a first-come, first-served basis. Let's create some amazing podcasts in 2019 together. In her book, Lean In, Women, Work, and the Will to Succeed, Sheryl Sandburg shares one of her favorite mottos: done is better than perfect. In this episode, I want to explain to you why you should aim for progress, not perfection. So let's talk about the downside of perfection. We want our podcast, our product, our services, our business to be the best they can be. We want to be a market leader. We want to be successful. We want to be unsurpassed. So we aim for perfection. But perfection has its downsides. Perfection is elusive. It's a moving target. Perfection is unattainable. Just when you think you've hit the mark, the goal moves. And in the current climate of things moving fast and furious and technology changing by the second, if you wait for perfection, you may miss the chance to help the world with whatever you're working on. Pursuing perfection also paralyzes. When we insist on perfection, we spend so much time, so much energy and money getting everything just right that we can never finally pull the trigger. And aiming for perfection is also very costly. While chasing after perfection, we lose sight of what it's costing us. Only too late do we realize that our expenses and the time we've invested is taking its toll on our business. And straining for perfection is stressful. For the previous reasons and more, when we're hell-bent on perfection, it stresses us out. We're never finished. We're never satisfied. We can never rest. So I'm going to encourage you to follow Sheryl Sandburg's model, done is better than perfect, and aim for progress. By contrast, when we aim for progress instead of going for perfection, we experience the following. Focusing on progress is freeing. Progress frees us from the burden of perfection, yet promises continuous improvement. Pursuing progress is motivating and it stimulates action. Making progress a little at a time, we think, that's not hard. I can do that. And we do. We forge ahead. We actually make improvements. And aiming for progress fosters creativity. It frees our minds to ask great questions, consider new possibilities, and seek new solutions. And finally, going after progress is incremental. Progress allows us to make small improvements every day. Those little advancements, they add up over time to yield huge dividends. So, how do we make progress? Well, to aim for progress, ask yourself questions like, what's one thing I can do today to improve my product? How could I add value? Where could I purchase it more cheaply? How can I get it faster? It might be just a little thing, but what a difference that can make. Another question. What's one way I can improve my service today? What simple change would improve my customers or my clients' experience? How can I add more value to my current services? In what way could I enhance my service? What would make it more affordable or desirable? And here's another. Who could I contact or connect with today? What new or forgotten individual or business could I contact today to promote my business? Who do I know that could introduce me to a new client? Here's another one. What's one improvement I could make to my sales approach today? Perhaps it's been a while since you've tweaked your sales approach. Freshen it up, improve it. And another question. What one roadblock or challenge can I eliminate or solve today? Or perhaps just address one small element of a current challenge. How would that make your life easier? What would you do? And finally, what incremental improvement can I make to one of my processes today? Chances are you have numerous processes in your business, workflows, systems. Choose one. How can you improve it? How can you make it easier, faster, more user-friendly, etc.? When you're aiming for progress, there's no need to attack all 6 of those areas each day. But what if you tackled a different one each day, or even one a week? Even if you only made progress in one area each week, that would be 52 improvements in a year. The Japanese actually have a term for this, Kaizen. It literally means good change. And many Japanese companies like Toyota have employed this philosophy to become the best in their industries in terms of quality, consistency, and reliability. Think small steps, manageable changes that can make progress seem more attainable, and only make improvements that bring you benefits and move the needle forward. As you heard those 6 questions, they may have sparked other ideas that you can explore. That's the beauty of pursuing progress. What will you improve today? Aim for progress, and your business will excel. I'd love to hear about things you are doing to progress in your business and your podcast. Feel free to email me at danny@emeraldcitypro.com and let me know. So until next time, have a wonderful week. Today's show was brought to you by Convertkit, the only email marketing system you'll ever need. After 5 years with the email marketing provider that everyone starts out with, you know who I'm talking about, I was desperately searching for one that was simple, easy to manage, and affordable. Convertkit easily stood out above the rest, and I've been ridiculously happy with them ever since I made the switch. Emailing my community and creating automation series for special resources has never been so simple. Whether you're ready to start your first email marketing setup or you're searching for a new provider, I highly recommend Convertkit. Go check them out and other resources that I recommend at dannyosment.com/resources. That's dannyosment.com/resources.